Hi everyone, you're watching VGO 40 and this is VGO Girl, and today we're going to take an updated look at Overlord Dungeon, especially the second boss and the third boss, just some new techniques for getting through them. Okay, so this is World of Kings and we are in Mechanical Maze and this is Overlord. I happen to be in 6 right now. This is another dungeon where I have avoided the Overlord version of it just because the boss is so darn hard, especially when you're taking turns one at a time to get in this red circle. However, it doesn't need to be hard. So I learned some new strategies. Some of you maybe already know it, some of you might not. However, when you get into this boss, everybody goes into the red circle and stays in the red circle until the counter in the middle gets to 7. Then one at a time, when it gets to 7, you go out of the circle. When the counter is clear, it goes down to 0, you go back into the middle. So here you can see I run into the middle circle, and if there's a lot of people in the circle besides you, the counter doesn't always go up for you, it might go up for somebody else. So it works really well to have everyone in the circle, all of you. Now, if you're one of those people who are looking for the counter, it's kind of in the center of the screen. You'll see it here. It's got the red bars across the top. The counter is in that little square picture. Right now it's at 5. And because there's other people inside the circle, it is not going up past 5. But it will as soon as a couple people leave the circle. So skipping ahead a bit, you can see that my counter gets up to 7, in this case 8. And so now I have to leave the circle until that counter that's going down right now, until it reaches 0 and the buff goes away. In this case, we beat the boss, so it doesn't matter, but once it goes down to 0, you can go back in the circle. Okay, the second boss doesn't change a whole lot, but there is some things to note. First off, the yellow marker you can see over there on the side by the door, when the rings for the circle for the boss come up, the area of effect attacks, you want to go over to the yellow markers to so that everybody goes together and you can continue to all attack the boss. The purple circle in the middle, you want to all go back there after the AoE attacks. And I think there's a marker above my head so people can find the tank. But so this boss is pretty much the same, but it's just more kind of being aware of where everybody should go. And also in the Overlord version, I hadn't noticed there's a red ring around the outside, which is why you want to move back to the purple when you're attacking the boss, because she will throw you back. And if you get too close to the edge, if you stay where the yellow markers are, she'll throw you into this red ring that's in the outside. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward through some of this and just show it real quick. It should be fairly straightforward. All right, the circles are starting, so everybody over to the yellow markers so that you can all continue to do as much DPS as you can without being spread all over the map. And if you can see right behind me, there is a ring of red around the edge. And make sure everyone goes into the circle, this red circle in the middle. Again, that should be pretty standard. Okay, I'm going to skip the rest of this fight. I have another Overlord maze dungeon video if you need it that goes through exactly what's going on here with the spawns and whatnot. But I just want to go over some of the differences to kind of highlight the better approaches people have come up with. Now, why are we doing all of this constantly, the Overlords? I know it's to get better gear, but it's not really about the gear. And this was something I just realized a little bit sooner. So if you go into the Overlord menu, you can see that these chests give a huge amount of inscription scrolls. So definitely hit Overlord as many times as you can in a week so you can get these inscription scrolls. It doesn't have to be the top level, any will do. All right, you're watching VGO 40 and this is VGO Girl, and we will see you next time in World of Kings.